Good Tuesday morning. Apostle Peter, apostle of Jesus Christ, gave words of encouragement to some chosen believers of Jesus Christ who were suffering because of exile. They were scattered around. He said they're dispersed all the way from abroad to Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. And he's telling them, hey, even though you're going to go through something, let's remember first what Jesus went through for us. But even as we're going through, as Christians, Christ-like, we have a responsibility to react and act as Christ did. So my key text today is from chapter 4. And it starts with talking about, hey, in the end times we're in, we're going to see a lot. We're going to hear a lot, and we're going to come up against a myriad of trials and afflictions and troubles. And he says, above all things, maintain constant love for one another, because love covers a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without complaint. And just as each one has received a gift, we each, as believers, receive gifts to use to glorify the Lord, to edify his people, to draw others to him. He says, be good stewards of that. And then if anyone speaks, those who have given the gift of speech. And I want to remind you that this is not just oral. This is whether you're typing on social media, leaving posts, or whether you are writing. You're responsible as one who has been given the gift of speaking. He says, let it be as one who speaks God's words. And if you serve, let it be from the strength that God provides. 11 is really, the whole Bible is really important, but let me tell you some things that resonated with me here. Is I'm responsible to the Lord for what I post on social media, for how I speak, not just out in public, behind closed doors in my house and family, friends, even foreigners and those who may relate as enemies. I'm responsible to respond in love. Romans 12:18 says, as much as it lies within us, live at peace with one another. And then he says, if you're serving, let it be from the strength that God provides. It's a reminder, don't say yes unless the Lord is in it and he told you, yes, this is what you're supposed to do. Because a lot of times we'll get tied up into serving on this committee, serving in this ministry, that ministry. And it's not that those ministries or the committees are not good and worthwhile, but everything is not for us. And sometimes we try to do it in our own strength. Peter is reminding believers then and us today, if God has given you the gift of serving, then lean on his strength. Remember Proverbs 3:5-6, where it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to our own understanding. In all of our ways, acknowledge him, and then he'll direct our paths. So we need to speak to the Lord before we accept a position, before we step into a ministry. Because sometimes what happens is you get weary of busyness and your tank is low on spiritual fuel. We need the strength of the Lord. Key verses today starts with 1 Peter chapter 4, 7-11. Love, because love covers a multitude of sins. Remember that you have been given a gift to use. Be a good steward of that gift. In speaking and serving, speak what the Lord tells us to speak. Whether you're writing it, whether it's oral, or you're posting on social media. And in serving, ask the Lord, do you want me to serve here? And then go in his strength. I love you. The Lord loves us. He so wants us to love one another. And God willing, I'll see you the next day. Have a terrific Tuesday. Bye.